Hey guys, welcome back. The Polk LSiM 707s are in the house. I'm 6'2". If you can't tell how big these are, well, I don't know what to tell you. They're not only 115 pounds each as boxed. The wife had to help me get these in the door. They are just massive. I saw the measurements as compared to what I have now, but really wasn't prepared for the size of the boxes. Now I know there's Polk boxes inside here. Hopefully there's some nice shipping protection inside because they are kind of beat up, but that's what the double boxing is for. So let's get these open somehow and take a look at these beautiful speakers. And I am keeping all of the boxes perfectly intact because I am simply going to audition these. I still have no idea if I'm going to like them better than the Klipsch or not. Or specifically better than the RF7 threes, because that's really what I'm comparing these to, not the ones I have now. I'm 99% certain they're going to be better than those. But if I don't like them better than the overall Klipsch sound, I'm going to get those and return these or sell them locally. More likely, I'll be able to flip them no problem. Wow, this is difficult. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, Mikey like. Looky there. Beautiful. Identical in appearance as far as the build to the center. We have a gloss front section that you just see the rim of with the grills on. I actually like the grills on, specifically in the center because I don't like seeing reflections when I'm watching a movie. It's very distracting, but they specifically made the tops satin so it doesn't reflect things. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's that ever so slightly red-hued black. Beautiful. The base is also gloss. I like that. I don't mind that at all. I like that the logos are way down low. Those won't catch my eye. The reason, it's not that I have anything against the logo, but on the center, they've got it way up at the top. It's right by the TV, and that's where my eye goes. These don't bother me when I'm watching a movie, but the bright silver on black, it's very contrasty and it's distracting. So I actually have some felt that I'm going to put over it, cut it to match, and it'll make it completely disappear. So it'll be a nice plain black grill on the center, and that will complete it. I've got a rubber around here. I don't know if I mentioned that in the center unboxing, but this whole surround for the mid-range and the ring tweeter is soft rubber. So it really helps with the diffraction. Weird looking little tweeter. It's like a little, if you've seen a ThinkPad laptop, it's like their little nub pointer. That's exactly what it looks like. And it's pretty soft. It's like a rubber material too, but it's concentric rings instead of a silk dome. Very cool. Then we have the mid bass driver, and then the two 6x9 woofers, like an old school car back deck. Well, here you go. It makes a more efficient use of the space. So if you had, say for example, two 10-inch drivers, which it's equivalent to, you have to have a wider cabinet. So they were able to keep it really narrow. And I really do think it is a little narrower than the Klipsch. So that's pretty cool. Dead. I mean, this is solid. Totally different than the Klipsch, even the RF7. The RF7 are a lot better than the regular reference, don't get me wrong. You're comparing American real wood construction to Chinese mass-produced. This, by the way, is also Chinese mass-produced, believe it or not. Some of Polk's are made here in the US, but even their top of the lines are produced in China. But damn, they did a good job, that's for sure. Okay, so down here, along with the other features that I talked about with the center, these have identical twin base ports, obviously a lot larger than the center, but they are facing down. They're down firing ports with that same funnel technology, so you don't need to worry about so much room correction as far as where it is against the back wall, and it's going to give you better base dispersion. It also has fully adjustable feet, both rubber plugs and spikes. You can remove the rubber plugs off the spikes, so if you have carpet, you're covered. And they give you a wrench here, just a regular Allen wrench, and you can adjust the rake angle of all four or level them completely easily from the top without having to disassemble anything or, use two people. So that is really cool. We have the same four huge binding posts on the back here that you saw in the center. They are bi-amp and bi-wireable if you choose to do so. Now I had, the last Polks I had were Studio Monitor 70s Series 2, and I did bi-amp those, and it did make a difference. I don't have the extra channels to do that now, but I would do that again if I had the extra channels. I did notice an immediate difference when I did it to those. If it would make a difference on these, I don't know. Probably never going to be able to test that theory until I get an amp, maybe an 11 channel. Now, you know what? Even those, they only put out big power to the front three. I would love one that puts out big power to 5 channels, because then you could do your front, center, right and bi-amp your mains. That would be cool. But pretty much all of them out there that I've seen, I'm sure there are some out there, but I haven't noticed yet. They do like 200 a channel to the front three and then 100 to the rest, even if it's an 11 or 13 channel, because your surrounds and Atmos don't need hundreds of watts. Your front three do. Something to think about. Maybe Monoprice will come out with something. I'm really interested in their new processor that's just about to drop. All right, well, there she is. Let's put the grill on, see how that looks. Now, one word of caution that I did see online is make sure you put the grills on, it shouldn't have to be said, but right way up. You can see that there are cutouts here. The magnets will kind of support it either way, but if you put it on upside down, it does tend to fall off, I've heard. I don't know how anyone could make that mistake. So you just rest the grill on the logo down there and it goes into the right position. This has several sets of magnets up and down as opposed to just the 2 on the center. It's a nice, very soft, silky material on the outside. Love the way that looks. That is beautiful. So boom, you can see how tall it is. About 5.5 feet tall or so, plus whatever you want to put under it. Okay, there you go. There's the Polk LSiM 707 in Midnight Mahogany. Very beautiful. It's got a little schmutz here. See you next time.